You know, I understand we are under quarantine due to this virus, and I understand that we have to be in the house and wear masks, and we go to public and we really can't do too many public gatherings of more than 10 people. And even with that being said, I've noticed on the news, and yeah, the news can be depressing, the news can be deceiving, the news can be all of the things that we can say it can be, good or bad. But it's interesting to me that the last 6 months or so, the last year, or well, actually last 3.5 years of media with Donald Trump, officer involved issues, this coronavirus, and and so I've noticed in a couple of cities back east where police officers not wearing uniforms or barely identify themselves or wearing something to say police on it, grab just regular people for standing around. Now, yeah, in the video you can see videos somebody saying something, so we don't know what was said prior to the video being started or prior to the officer grabbing that person. But there's at least one person that you can tell in the video, you're like, why did the officer grab him and throw him to the ground and just started punching him? And the guy never threw a punch. The guy never appeared to be aggressive with him or anything like that. And he's not being prosecuted. The police officer that is not being prosecuted. That's that's my opinion. That police officer. That police officer should be prosecuted. Should be arrested and charged with a crime. Just like a lot of those police officers, if those people didn't do anything wrong but just gather or just walk out of a store and didn't have time to put on their mask and barely respond to what the police officer is saying, those police officers need to be charged with a crime. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel about that situation. It's ludicrous. Not the rapper Ludacris, but the word ludicrous, like Mike Tyson would say. I think it's absurd that in this time that we're in, police officers have to be so aggressive like they are. And or forgetting that, you know, at any given time, there could be an uprising. And people are so frustrated right now. People are so angry because we can barely go anywhere and do anything. We got to restrict ourselves, our movements. And 90% of the time, got to wear some damn mask when we're outside. And now they're talking about even wearing masks when we take a walk, just to walk around the corner, do some exercise. And then they're thinking about limited access to different places, like barber shops, hair salons, nail salons, certain places, like, which is I think to me kind of good for businesses, some businesses to get back open, to have customers come in to do certain things. And me myself, if I was a barber and I had the money, I would think in terms of being a mobile barber because a person can wear a mask and you cut their hair. Just when they get to the airport, you just flick it off real fast and then cut around it and put the mask back on. That's just my opinion. You know, 'Cause I know a guy that's doing it, and he charges $20 a head. He cuts at least 20 heads a day, 20, 25 heads a day. You figure $20 a head times 25. Equals 500 a day. You know, so that's 3,000 a week for him. And he's able to survive and do what he got to do. Take care of business. And that's bare minimum. If he didn't become more heads than that, and make more money. More power to the people. I need to shave, but we're in a time where we're under so much pressure that we're forgetting the respect and manners that we have to have. And then also too, a couple of other incidents. The one in Georgia with his two white men, father and son, chased down a man jogging because they said he was a suspect, or looked like the suspect, breaking into people's homes. So, you mean to tell me people just don't even call the police no more? You're just chasing down people, killing somebody. And then you got those people in Oklahoma City, two women, because they couldn't sit down and eat their food inside the McDonald's, they decided to shoot up the McDonald's and wound two employees in the McDonald's. Isn't that crazy? That's got to be the craziest thing I've ever heard of. It's people are losing their minds. People are losing their minds. And it's the world is really good. It's sometimes it's even hard for me to find the words to say the right thing and not be having the police or somebody knock on my door. Because I done said something that may be appeared a threat to somebody. You have to be very careful what you say about the president because you don't want the Secret Service knocking at your door because what you said in a video online appears to be a threat to the president. Got to be very careful. So believe me, I'm not trying to say nothing negative that's going to really get me in trouble, even though we know Donald Trump is a stupid ass, arrogant motherfucker. That's about as far as I can take it without myself being perceived as a threat to the president. It's just crazy. And then I hear too that someone in the military that's one of his advisors in the White House caught the coronavirus. Now, let me say this. With that being said, let me say this. I don't wish nothing bad on anybody. I don't care who they are. But when you do wrong, when you say bad things, things tend to come back at you. Karma. It's called karma. So, my opinion is this. Karma will catch up with Trump sooner or later. That's my opinion. Karma. And once again, I'm not wishing nothing bad on Trump. I don't want to see no harm come to that man. But all I'm saying is, when you say negative stuff about people, when you have hostile things you you have you show aggression to people. You're being hostile in interviews to reporters, especially female reporters or black reporters. Things tend to come back on you, bro. So all I can do is say is we gonna pray for you that you can get voted out of office. You know, so all I know is Donald Trump has to go. Donald Trump needs to get out of office because you're inciting a lot. You're making people do things that they normally wouldn't do. Same thing they normally would do. So you need to raise up out of the White House. Put somebody new in there that's be willing to run the country a lot better than you. Ooh, excuse me. I had to wipe my mouth. I got to shave, man. So, with that being said, you know, with this coronavirus, all the things that are happening in this country, with all the things that's going on in this country, with other crime rates going up, domestic violence cases going up, car theft going up, it's crazy. And then, we got these unions for the grocery industry that are protesting because they feel that the employees that caught the coronavirus caught it at the stores, and that the parent companies of these stores don't care about them. That happened at a Food for Less I work at. Union came and said, "Oh, Kroger doesn't care about their employees. That's why we're here to protest. That's why we're here to cause a disturbance." So I don't know. It's just crazy.